I didn't know I could do this. So I'm making another video now. My birthday, autumn. 1 week. Oh, she actually marked that. Nice. Sadly, it's still a year away. As for her birthday though, that's in 2 flopping days. Pretty cool, right? Feel free to check the calendar whenever you want. Resume that.
Great comedy with no tragedy. He wrote The Two Gentlemen of Verona.
Except for when I'm in the middle of talking, of course.
Very controversial still because it's about the role of women and powerful women. Shakespeare writes a lot of powerful women, and Juliet is one of them. And he wrote King Richard III, the tragedy of the historical villain figure. He wrote King John, a bit of a tragedy about a useless king. Love's Labour's Lost, he wrote another sort of romantic pastoral, but with the presence of death everywhere. And then suddenly moves into Top Gear.
Top Gear?
The next few plays he'll write about 1595 are. And then he suddenly moves into Top Gear. Because the next few plays he'll write about 1595 are, and you know these, Romeo and Juliet, Midsummer Night's Dream, and The Merchant of Venice. Wow. Bang, bang, bang. 3 enormous
Bang, bang, bang.
period of a year or only 2 years.
Playing some Pong. Flopping game lag.
So Shakespeare is just, with Romeo and Juliet, just beginning to hit the peak. And all the rest of his life, he's going to live another 20 more years, this was his biggest hit, and whenever he had a flop, this was the one they would bring in to fill the house again. It was hugely popular. It's not a new story. In this period, it wasn't necessary to invent new stories. What was admired was the modern way.
Not bad. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
The story of Juliet and Romeo, or Romeo and Juliet, is frequently changed the other way around, was quite well known. It had been a popular long poem only about 10 years before. So what was interesting to the audience is what Shakespeare was going to do with the story. This is something that
I want to win 2, at least.
The stories were known, but what Sophocles or Aeschylus was going to do with the story was what made it modern, what made it interesting. And to a certain extent, this whole idea that we have of originality is a more recent phenomenon, that people mustn't use old models. Well, I'm sorry, the old models are often the ones that render the stories the best. And this model for telling the story of young love is one that Shakespeare took from a poem of about 10 years before, a painter, and he really snazzed
Why
it
am I
up.
so garbage at this?
He had learned
Oh, god damn it.
how to keep an audience happy. He makes it work very well. This is one of the quickest of Shakespeare's plays. He skips through. He talks in the prologue of the 2 hours traffic of the stage. Well, it comes in a little bit more than that. But it's quick, quick, quick. He's doing the jump cut.
It's quick, quick, quick.
Cinema practitioner.
What do you think of this crap?
4 centuries later. He's
Ooh.
juxtaposing scenes. That's one of the words you're going to use about this. Scenes are juxtaposed.
Let's see if I can click anything else here.
Violent and tender, between comic and tragic. He's constantly making it almost a duel between the lovers and the rest of the world, between the 2 gangs, between
No.
power and innocence. And the whole question that would become the key to all of Shakespeare's greatest works, the question of power and responsibility, underlies this tragedy. Because at the end, the people in power, the Capulets,
Oh, she actually closed herself this time.
have to recognise that it's been their
Nice.